Ads, ads, and ads. You probably think they are the best way to get clients, right? And the best way to grow your business. And yes, ads are amazing, right? Ads can get you a ton of new clients, customers, or whatever you need for your business. But if you are trying to get agency clients for your SMMA business, ads are not always the best way to go. If you are under 10 or even 20K a month in your agency right now, running ads is not going to be that secret sauce that you're looking for to get you that new batch of clients. And 9 times out of 10, if you run ads when you're making less than 10 or 20K a month with your agency, it's actually going to hurt you and you're actually not really going to get clients from it. You'll spend thousands on the ads and pretty much just get burnt. Like I mentioned, you'll probably spend thousands on the ads, running them for a couple of weeks or maybe even a month. You'll book in a few calls, right? You might have some businesses that are semi-interested in what you have to offer and they booked in a call, but 9 times out of 10, as I mentioned, you won't actually get any clients. Now I know what you're thinking. If you are a Facebook ad agency where you offer ads to your clients, wouldn't it make sense for you to also run ads to get your clients? And I totally get that. And that would be beautiful if it worked that way. And in fact, a lot of ad agencies do actually get their clients from ads, but not when they're starting off. They do it once they've got to a certain revenue level where they understand their customers and their clients so well that they can run ads and just repeat that process and get new clients coming in. So when you're starting out, and as I mentioned, if you are under the 10 or even 20K per month mark, ads are not the way. Outreach is the thing that you need to double down on if you are in that range. So here's why, right? When you are getting clients, when they decide to actually work with you, there's a lot that goes into that process. Whether that's you reaching out or them seeing an ad from you, there's a lot of stuff that happens in between you reaching out or them seeing the ad and actually signing up and paying you. And so this big area in between hand is going to be made up of, do they know, like, and trust you? So when you're starting off and you haven't been doing this for the longest time, you probably won't know their pain points, what keeps them up at night, and all of these things that they think about on a daily basis to the level that you need to know if you want to run ads. But you see, by doing outreach and actually speaking to businesses, you get to uncover what these pain points are. And you get to uncover what approach actually works to get their trust and to get them to pay you. Think about it. If you reach out to 100 or 500 businesses on a weekly basis, whereas if you were to just run ads to 100 or 500 businesses, which scenario do you think is going to give you more of an insight into what your clients actually want to hear, what they don't want to hear, and what will actually push them towards paying you? So if it's not clear already, doing outreach and actually talking to these businesses on a weekly basis is going to give you that info that you need. Whereas when you run ads, you're not getting that feedback. The only feedback you get is, did they click on a link in your ad? Did they book a call? And that's pretty much it. When you're having a conversation and you're doing outreach, speaking to businesses, whether that's on Instagram, LinkedIn, or a different platform, you actually get to see what they respond to you. So if you say a certain message and all the businesses you say it to don't respond to that message, well, now you know that doesn't work for that business. And so ultimately what I'm trying to get at here is that getting clients is really a game of knowing your clients, okay? So you have to understand them, understand their pain points, their struggles, and ultimately what they really want. And the easiest way to do that and build up that knowledge of what they want is by speaking with them. It's doing outreach, it's talking to them on a weekly basis, and ads is just not going to give you that info you need. Now, as I mentioned, ads are great when you're trying to scale, because if you've put in the groundwork, you're at maybe 30K a month and you know exactly what your clients need and what they don't want to hear, well, yes, running ads might be a way for you to scale that up. Because ads are a way to scale once you've proven what you're doing is working, right? And it's like any company who runs ads. You can't just start a business in the morning and run ads and guarantee that it's going to make money. You have to put in a lot of time split testing, understanding the audience, knowing what they want, what they don't want, and how to actually get their trust. So the same thing applies for when you are trying to run ads for your agency to get clients. If you haven't put in all that groundwork and you don't know them inside and out, it's going to be very, very tricky to get clients via ads. But it's also a reason why ads are amazing, right? Because when you have proven that and you know it works, you can probably scale up with ads. But there's also a lot of other reasons why you probably won't even look at ads until you're at well past 50k a month, maybe even past 100k a month. And that's because ads are really pricey. To get a client for your agency with ads, based on what I've seen from other people, because I do not run ads for my agency, you're looking at spending anywhere really from 1,000 to 2,000 to get a client. So that makes sense if your service fee is 2,000, 3,000 or 4,000 per month. But if you're selling lower ticket services that are maybe 500 or 1,000 per month, it's going to be very tough to get a client to fall within that budget so you actually make money while getting the client. You could end up spending 1,000 to get the client, but you only charge 500, so you've only made your money back, like broke even after 2 months, and then you only make profit in the 3rd month. That to me is just not the ideal setup. So as I mentioned, my agency does not run any ads. We haven't done it ever, and we don't really plan on doing it for the foreseeable future. We do roughly 50k a month, and we've had no problem getting clients without ads. So what we do is we do outreach, and we do a lot of it. And again, that comes down to us knowing what to say to them, and we've built up a really good script that virtual assistants can follow and use to message businesses on a daily basis from anywhere from really 8 to 10 hours per day, and to get us a decent amount of clients per month. And so the reason we're sticking with that approach is because 1, it's working, right? If it's not broken, don't fix it. It's working, so we just want to keep scaling that up slowly until we kind of hit that point where it doesn't work as well as it used to. Also, it's very cost effective. We can get a client for $50, $100 or $150, which is incredible. It's really good, and it's a great ROI because we profit even in the first month. You know, we don't have to wait till month 2 or month 3 to actually profit on that agency client that we have. We can get that profit in month 1. So look, I know we've talked about quite a lot here. I've talked obviously a lot about why you don't need ads and how outreach is the best way to go when you're starting, but I just want to give you a bit of a kind of rough game plan that I would follow if I was starting from zero and I wanted to build up a new agency. This is the kind of model I would use and the different kind of vehicles that I would use to get clients at different stages. So starting off, day 1, 0 clients, 0 revenue, I would just do outreach. I wouldn't hire a virtual assistant. I wouldn't get anyone else to do it. I would just do it myself. Because again, if I'm starting a new agency in a new industry, new niche, new service, I've got to put in that time. There's no way for me to skip that time. I've got to put in that time and know exactly what to say to businesses. So to know what to say to businesses, I have to do the outreach, right? I have to get those conversations, to feel them out, know their pain points and know their struggles. Now, once that's working and you've got to, I would say 5 to 10k a month, that's when I would get a virtual assistant involved, because you've proven what you're doing is working. And as long as it's not taking you tons and tons of time every week just to get one client, you can probably get a virtual assistant for $3, $4 or $5 an hour to do that very effectively for you. And this obviously gives you scalability, because as you get more clients, you're going to have to spend more time on service delivery, actually doing the service, delivering that to your client, unless you've got a full team involved. But as I mentioned, we're just going to look at the scenario of starting off from scratch. Now, once you've got those virtual assistants in place, start with one, and once it works with one, bring on a second, and so on and so forth. Once you've got that in place, you can pretty much just scale that up infinitely. Our virtual assistants do about 8 to 10 hours per day, but you could probably come in and you could scale that up to 20 hours a day if you have a script that's working and you have enough Instagram or LinkedIn accounts to actually do that outreach. Now, once you've gotten to, let's say, 50 or even 100k a month, that's probably when I'd start looking at ads. So for my agency, not even going to touch or go anywhere near ads until we're at that 100k a month mark. If outreach and virtual assistants has gotten us from 0 to 50k, it can definitely get us from 50 all the way up to 100k. Of course, this is just my opinion, okay? There's other people out there that have agencies doing maybe 10 or 20k and they run ads and they get clients profitably. This is just from what I've seen from other people who are running ads, and pretty much all the other agency owners that I know, most of them are not running ads until they hit at least 50k a month. So moral of the story, folks, is that if you don't have a ton of clients, you're not at that 10 or even 20k a month mark, just focus on the outreach. If you're doing it yourself and it's working, you're getting clients, get a virtual assistant, get someone to come in, build a script, build an SOP, and get that into their hands. Now, of course, if that's something that absolutely mind boggles you and you don't know how to get a virtual assistant, you don't know how to build a good script, and you don't know how to build a good SOP so that the virtual assistant actually sends the right messages to the right businesses, make sure to hit me up on Instagram. My username is Adam Walsh, that's ADAMWLSH. Shoot me over what you're struggling with, give me some info, and I'll help you out if I can. If you got any value from this video, make sure to subscribe, make sure you've dropped a like, and as always, I will see you in the next video.